What if the biggest obstacle to success wasn't external? What if the real enemy was inside of us? Our own ego. In Ego is the Enemy, Ryan Holiday explores how ego, our unhealthy sense of self-importance, can destroy careers, relationships, and personal growth. Ego isn't just arrogance or pride. It's the voice that says, "I already know everything." It's the feeling that you deserve success without effort. It's the resistance to feedback, the refusal to learn, the obsession with being right instead of improving. This book isn't just about avoiding ego, it's about actively choosing humility, discipline, and continuous growth over self-importance. Let's dive into Ego is the Enemy and explore how ego can sabotage us and how we can defeat it before it defeats us. Chapter 1. The 3 stages where ego strikes: aspire, success, and failure. Ego isn't just a problem for the arrogant or the successful. It affects people at every stage of life, whether they are just starting out, at the peak of success, or facing a setback. Ego during aspiration makes us believe we are already special, that we deserve success without putting in the work. It tricks us into talking more about our goals than actually pursuing them. Ego during success blinds us to our weaknesses. We start thinking we're invincible. We ignore feedback, stop learning, and become complacent. Success can turn into arrogance, which leads to downfall. Ego during failure makes us blame others, refuse to adapt, and see ourselves as victims. Instead of learning from mistakes, we let pride keep us stuck. The lesson is clear. Ego is always a threat, no matter where you are in life. The only way to grow is to keep it in check. Chapter 2. Talk less, do more. Ego loves talking about success more than actually achieving it. We often trick ourselves into thinking that talking about a goal is the same as making progress. We tell people our dreams, we post about them online, we feel good about imagining them, but we never actually do the hard work. Ryan Holiday warns against this trap of premature confidence. Instead of announcing your goals, quietly work toward them. Let actions speak for themselves. History is filled with people who wasted their energy talking instead of doing. True leaders, entrepreneurs, and artists focus on execution, not just ideas. Less talk, more work. That's how real success happens. Chapter 3. Be a student always. Ego makes us believe we have nothing left to learn. The greatest minds in history, Socrates, Leonardo da Vinci, Einstein, were lifelong students. They asked questions, they stayed curious, they never let success stop them from growing. Ego, on the other hand, hates humility. It resists feedback. It makes us ignore advice, dismiss mentors, and assume we already know everything. The smartest thing you can do is stay a student. Learn from everyone. Seek criticism, not just praise. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. The moment you think you've mastered something is the moment you stop improving. Chapter 4. Stop chasing recognition. Ego feeds on external validation. Likes, awards, titles, attention. It convinces us that success is about being admired rather than being truly great at what we do. But chasing recognition is dangerous. It shifts your focus from the work itself to how people perceive you. You start making decisions based on impressing others instead of doing what's right. True masters, whether in sports, business, or art, don't obsess over fame, they focus on excellence. Recognition is just a byproduct of real skill and dedication. If you want lasting success, stop seeking approval and start seeking mastery. Chapter 5. Stay hungry, stay humble. Success is a dangerous place because it makes us comfortable. Ego whispers, "You've made it, you can relax now." But history proves that the moment people believe they are invincible is the moment they start falling. The greatest leaders and entrepreneurs stay hungry even after success. They don't settle. They don't let their past achievements define them. Ryan Holiday reminds us to stay a beginner even when we're experts. Approach every challenge with curiosity, humility, and the willingness to adapt. The best never stop improving. Chapter 6. Embrace failure without excuses. Ego hates failure. It makes excuses, it blames others, it refuses to admit when we're wrong. But the reality is, failure is a part of every great success story. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. What separates the greats from everyone else is their attitude toward failure. Instead of letting ego keep them stuck, they learned, adapted, and got better. Failure is not the end, it's a lesson. If you drop the ego and embrace it, you come back stronger. Chapter 7. The Quiet Strength of Humility. Ego wants attention, validation, and to always be right, but real strength comes from humility, the ability to step back, admit mistakes, and keep learning. The most powerful people in history weren't the ones shouting the loudest, they were the ones who listened, who led by example, who let their work speak for itself. Humility is not weakness, it's power under control. It's knowing that true confidence doesn't need to be displayed. It's leading without ego, learning without arrogance, and working without seeking applause. The less you focus on your ego, the more you achieve.
Conclusion.
Ego is always there, waiting to sabotage us. It can make us arrogant in success, blind in failure, and distracted in ambition. But self-awareness is the antidote. When you recognize ego creeping in, you can stop it before it takes control. To apply ego is the enemy to your life. Focus on the work, not the recognition.
Stay humble and keep learning, no matter how successful you become. See failure as a lesson, not a defeat.
Stop talking about success, prove it through action. Let go of the need to be admired and focus on mastery. Greatness comes from discipline, humility, and continuous growth. If you found this deep dive valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights from real deep understanding. Until next time, let go of ego, embrace humility, and keep improving.